Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having a whiskey and diet, and I'll be reviewing The Smoke That Thunders by Kome. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I did go through her TikTok. I don't know if she could see that I was scrolling through all her videos, and I found one where she introduced herself, and the sound was a little hard for me to hear. I am a little hard of hearing it. I believe that's how she pronounced it, is Kome. So if I got that wrong, I do apologize. I did find another pronunciation online as Erhu Kome. So again, if I got either pronunciation wrong, I do apologize. Please correct me. So I did receive this as an ARC from NetGalley, but of course I'm gonna give my honest opinion. These are the tropes. And there was no content warnings in the book, but I did put these together. This is a book aimed as a young adult fantasy, 12 and up. So I don't necessarily think anything was too graphic or violent in the book that as a 12-year-old would find this disturbing. Not at all, but I do want to make people aware that this is in the book and it's your choice, your child, you make the decision. As an adult, I enjoyed it, and thinking back to when I was a 12-year-old, I think I would have been fine with those things, but every 12-year-old is different. So what's my rating on this book? I'm giving it 4 stars. It was really good and I really did enjoy it. So what's this book about? Well, this book is about Nabori, who is a 16-year-old girl who is feeling stifled by the expectations of her village, and that her worth it will be determined by the bride price she brings by her future marriage. The expectations of her village is that she marries, she takes care of her husband, and has children. This is not really what she wants for her life because she dreams of bigger and different things for herself. She wants to see the world that she has only heard about in stories. So because of this, she is actually trying to plot her escape so that she doesn't have to follow through with any arranged marriage. She is saving up money, so hopefully to get herself and her sister out of this village so that they can explore the world unhampered by any expectations that they need to stay in their village and get married. But while she is planning and saving up for her escape and trying to convince her sister, who is resistant to the idea of leaving, she does go through her final rite of passage before she can enter into a marriage. She completes it and is now eligible for marriage. Her family arranges a marriage with another young gentleman around her age, who or is her age, who has also completed his passage, and they don't mesh. He is arrogant, which just reinforces into her mind this is not the life she wants for herself, and she needs to escape soon. One day, as she's going about her life, she sees an injured fox and takes care of him and takes him home, only to find out that she is the only one that can see this fox. Turns out it is a spirit fox, and who is blessed by a god, and that god has in turn blessed her because she has taken care of this injured fox. But that blessing now comes with visions that she sees an injured boy who needs help. And she sees that, or at least feels that, if she does not help this boy just because it's the right thing to do, something bad is going to happen. She doesn't know what. So she escapes and goes on this epic quest, taking old friends with her, taking new friends that she recently made, along on this quest to find this boy so that she can find him and rescue him and avert whatever disaster is coming their way if they cannot save him. So what are my thoughts on this book? Well, again, I'm giving it 4 stars. I really did enjoy it. I loved reading Nabori's story, this coming of age story of a young girl who doesn't want to kowtow to the expectations of her village, but still wants to honor and love her family, but is having trouble meeting those expectations. It was just a really great tale to see her overcome those and try to come into herself and just be true to who she is while still going on this epic quest, and this quest providing her challenges that she has to overcome. Sometimes she's questioning herself and she's having to overcome those challenges and internal struggles. It's just was a really great coming of age story where an epic quest is done with a young girl who is just trying to find herself while also trying to find and save someone who needs her help. Now, other than this being a great coming of age story that drew me in and made me want to read it, I was also very interested in the West African mythology. I'll admit it, I tend to read a lot of westernized European fantasy books. I was very intrigued and wanting to read more diverse mythologies, and I have not read a lot of Western African mythology, so I was very interested in that. I will say for this book, on the magic and fantasy it is on the light end of this. This is definitely more focused on the quest of Nabori and her journey. There is light touches of magic and fantasy in this book, but not a lot. So I do kind of wish that had been explored a little bit more, just because I feel like it would be a beautiful way to move the story along and just enrich it. But it's still a great story with a great young girl in her quest to just find herself while still trying to do great things for her country. Now, this is the author's debut novel, which again, I applaud anyone who puts themselves out there. That's just so amazing to make a book, put it together, and put yourself out there like that. That's just a major accomplishment. The author's writing style for this book was very smooth and easy to understand, which is great for its target audience, but also complex enough that I, as a mature reader, found this to be a gentler read with still having a great quest and a great storyline to keep me interested. I've already recommended this to friends who I know have children in this age group who would probably enjoy this book, but I think older readers as well. If you're looking for a great coming of age story that's just a gentler read than some of the darker stuff we sometimes read, this is probably the book for you. It was very heartwarming, and you were just encouraging and cheering Nabori on. This book will be available April 9th. Make sure to give it a download. It will be a great read for anyone. I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.